Hey everybody, welcome to this week's layout update. Now I haven't really been too busy out here this week, so not a lot to talk about, but what I did think I would do is just run some trains for you. So I'm going to show you the few things that I've done, talk about a few things that I've kind of been working on that are kind of behind the scenes, I guess research maybe, and then I just, like I said, I'll run some trains for you. So what you're looking at here is RS11 558 in a modified paint scheme. Nickel plate had two of these, 558 and 559. 559 was destroyed in a head-on collision, if I remember right, in 62. I think 62. So if you go back to some of my videos, you may remember the one where I forgot to close the gate and I ran a train off the layout. This was one of the locomotives that was busted up pretty bad. So what I did was I took this one and I took parts of the other one that fell off, combined them together, and I basically, all I need to do is put in a decoder, but for right now it's just a dummy until I, have decoders on hands and everything else. So, but this one is potentially operational in the near future. I really like this one because of the unique paint scheme, and I think my Allegheny Midland may have one or two of these running around as well in the future. So I really like the way the stripes came out on the end, and you're probably wondering why Nickel Plate did this. Was because the yellow stripes on here, the initial paint job was yellow, and then they put black over top with the black faded out, and the yellow came through and it looked really bad. So that's what they did. So here's my elevated approach. And you'll see over there that I painted on the backdrop the other part of the abutment. And that would be this right here. And that line, I can Photoshop that out. But, at certain angles, you can tell that it's painted and it doesn't quite match up. But at the same time, it don't look all that bad. So I think it's all part of that illusion. I could probably take some painter's tape, cover that gap, and then paint over it again with some matte river rock paint. And this is my favorite concrete paint that I use, and hide that a little bit better. So I may do that, but we'll see. Knock this car off. All right, so I got my buddy out here with me. Him and Bones got into it, and Bones toothed him. Gave him a nice little bump right there. But, that's to be happening. Boys will be boys, right? All right, let's go down here. I'm not using my gimbal. There it is right there. All right, so I've been working on some locomotives. My wife needed me to solder some batteries into shot collars. And so I come out here and I did some little decal work. So this is Allegheny Midland heavy USRA 482840. I had a spare tender shell around, so I Allegheny Midland it up, and I need to build a new step down here for the front, but otherwise it looks pretty good. I got a decoder that I can put into it here soon, and it'll be up and running. I may change the KW trailing truck, which is a Penske trailing truck. I'll swap that out for the old school stock version. I wanted to put a Delta trailing truck back here, but I couldn't find one that I could make work. Now, here's the big one. Now, if you remember, I had that nickel plate 2662 that I got from Chandler Marshall from the Marshall and Southern YouTube channel. Well, I've already, painted it, Allegheny Midland on the side there, keeping the same road number. I changed out the cow catcher to a Chesapeake, Ohio H6 cow catcher, and I put on the flying number boards up there. So I just need to decal those number boards and put a decoder in that. Now I can plug in a like an 8-pin decoder, and I actually have a decoder laying around I can do that. I can use for that. Oh my goodness, sinuses are killing me. Really happy with the way this looks and turned out. I like how I combined all that. It's still kind of morning. Coffee hasn't kicked in. And I just like the way it oh my God, here we go. I like the way it looks with these coal loads behind it. So this is going to be a fun locomotive to run over at the Hudson 1 and Hudson 2 mines. I think it's going to look good. I think it's going to run good. And we'll see when I put the decoder in it. All right, so what else have I been working on? Absolutely nothing. I have done zero scenery work. I have done zero of anything else over here on the layout. I haven't put down any ballast or anything. I need to, but that is in the plans. It is going to be hotter than Hades here in North Carolina for the next week. A lot of thunderstorms, so hopefully in the evenings it'll cool down enough that I can turn on the fan and you know, cool it down in here a little bit. But let's go on the other side of the layout. I'm going to show you some rocks, because I had this box of rocks that I picked up from a quarry when I worked for NS probably 5-6 years ago, over around Cleveland, North Carolina. Cleveland is famous. That's the location of Barber Junction. And I found all these rocks, and some of them have some very unique colors to them. Now, why am I showing you these rocks? Because these are the rocks that I painted. And I wasn't happy with the paint job, but I think it looks pretty good. So I may have showed you this last week with some of the rocks that I had found in a like a parking lot. But I think these, which are just mortar castings, look good enough with the paint job that I put on there. And this side is the same thing. Looks great. I'm keeping it just like that. So otherwise, I haven't done anything else here. Somebody did suggest using a what was that, like a hot glue gun? Yeah, I think my wife has one. I doubt she's used it in years, so I will probably, I don't want to use the word steal, but it may disappear for a while and end up out here. But it seems like anytime I take anything from her that she's not using and has not used in years, then all of a sudden she'll need it for something. So we'll see how that works out for me. All right, I think that is it. This scene is coming along. I like the way it's coming along. If you got any suggestions or anything, let me know. Oh, so last week I took this JTT tree and I stuffed in some clump foliage into the gaps. I held this up next to a Woodland Scenics tree that I paid probably 15 bucks for 3 of them. And this looks just as good as those. So save yourself some money, go with JTT, get you some clump foam, and use that to make decent looking trees and save yourself some time versus the super trees. All right, let's go over here. I did go to Mike's Trains the other day, and it seems like every time I go to Mike's Trains, there's somebody there who recognizes me from the channel, so I think that is freaking cool as hell. So if you're watching this video, go to Mike's Trains. You never know, you might run into me. I did go through and I picked up a bunch of these in-scale ground throws by Red Caboose. I love these. So I have enough to do the Hudson main line here, or the Hudson branch. All the turnouts that are buried over here at Hudson 1. And I think I got some that will go along the belt line over here. And I did find one mistake where I had 2 turnouts that I soldered together. Well, evidently I wasn't paying attention and I soldered them in the wrong locations. And now I have to take the, what is it called? It's the little piece right here on the turnout that holds the rails. And I got to take that out and flip it around, which not really a big deal, but I got to take all that track out because I wasn't paying attention to what I did. So no changes over here at all, like I said a minute ago, but I really love this scene. If you saw my short video from the other day, I had some trains running through this area. I'm really liking this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw some trees up here on top temporarily, and then I'll film some videos of some trains going by. I got a bunch of them out here, but it's all gonna be Virginian for the next, I don't know, for the rest of the video. So sit back and enjoy. I'm pretty sure everything's got sound too, so you're gonna like it.
It's absolutely amazes me how I can clean the track, run a train, and it stalls out. Craziness. But this is the last train we're running today. Evidently the heat is affecting some of my locomotives, and I got 2 or 3 of them that just will not run, that have been sitting on the shelf for a while. So who knows? Appreciate you all watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Come back next week and see what I get done.